why in the video you said the balloon was hot? Like, how did it get hot?
Oh, we should back up a bit. I see where you're going. We watched the video of the balloon coming back and all the kids running to see it. And then somebody said, don't touch. And we were guessing it's because it was hot.
Oh, yes.
Was it because it was hot?
I wish I had said it a different way, but we wanted to leave the shredded balloon there for all the students to come and see just what shape it was in. It wasn't because it was hot. It was because we wanted to kind of preserve the state of the balloon so that everybody could see it before we picked it up off the ground. Yeah.
Okay, so it wouldn't have been hot by the time. No. Would it be hot though as it was coming back in? Would it be getting hot?
So it wasn't falling that fast. There's enough enough of a sort of parachute for it to just sort of, it's falling quickly, but not so quickly that we were worried about all the equipment being broken inside the cooler. Yeah. Okay. And then did you understand why it popped? Because that was a question I sometimes get asked too.
Maybe like the pressure got stronger or something like that and it popped.
Ah, and Hermione, do you have a theory?
Was it because like once it goes high up, balloons usually pop into little pieces and then you find them like all over the world and wherever they are, wherever it popped, and they pop in the air, and so it's like either super cold or super hot, or it's like the opposite of the inside air or something.
It's not the temperature. It's because the closer we get to space, the less pressure there is on the outside of the balloon. And as it goes up, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And to a certain point, the skin of the balloon becomes so thin that it bursts.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then those weather balloons are made from natural latex rubber. And it, when that falls to Earth, it only takes 1 year for it to break down into sort of natural, to decompose. And that's why they're used for weather balloons or for various kinds of science experiments like ours, is because they don't end up polluting the way that plastic mylar helium balloons do. But we had to use a giant canister of helium to fill that up. It was, yeah, it was really fantastic.
That's amazing that the balloon material will break down. And why are all balloons not made out of that?
Because that kind of latex, if you put it in a package and sell it at a store, but it sits on the shelf for too long, it's no longer a good balloon.
Oh.
So you order those, they come with like an expiration date.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, that seems like a small price to pay to protect our environment. It seems like we should have to order a balloon and use it right away and not expect it to last for years.
Yeah, especially so there's legislation in California to outlaw the shiny mylar balloons.
Yes.
Because they last forever.
Exactly.
You know, like potato chip bags, they're impervious. Yeah.
Right. Within this crew, we do talk about environmental issues a lot because everything is connected, right? Like all of this. So that is fascinating to me that maybe we should not be allowing. The other balloons shouldn't really exist.
I think that's something we're thinking about. The other thing that is a really, just staying on the topic of balloons, what happens, so helium comes from underground, from ancient geology. And when we take it out from underground and use it, and it gets released into the atmosphere, it rises up to the very top of the atmosphere, and then something called the solar wind, which is this pressure of sunlight coming from the sun, pushes the helium out into space, and it's gone forever from our planet. So the total amount of helium on the planet is limited to what is trapped underground for millions of years. And so when we use it in a balloon, we'll never get that helium back again. It'll go into the atmosphere and then immediately start rising. And evidently it only takes a few weeks. It goes up to the top of the atmosphere and then it's gone.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So yeah, I had heard that. So when we use helium for like a birthday balloon that brings you a little bit of joy, but really is gone, maybe we should be saving helium for like only experiments that, you know, could better our understanding of the world. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a tough question. I mean, I think playing with helium is a like really valuable learning experience. So maybe what we do is create specific opportunities and kinds of activities, but we don't just waste it on, I mean, there are birthday balloons at the party store that are just enormous balloons.
Yeah.
Like how much?
Or the whole balloon arch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And not to criticize people who do that, but maybe we should think about the impact of that and come up with a different kind of decorative piece. Yeah. I do think about that a lot.